Hello everyone, my name is Sarah J. Dodd and I absolutely love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. The lights, the decoration, the snow if we get any. I love getting together with my family and baking mince pies like this one and eating them of course. Another thing I love is reading my old favourite Christmas books like this one, Father Christmas by Raymond Briggs. It's so old and well loved that it's almost falling apart. Today I'd like to read to you from my new Christmas book, The Newborn King. So why not sit back, relax, maybe eat a mince pie or two, and enjoy the story of that first Christmas long ago and the birth of Jesus. The Newborn King by Sarah J. Dodd with illustrations by Raffaella Ligi. Mary hummed as she swept the floor. She was thinking about Joseph, the man she was going to marry. All of a sudden, someone spoke. Mary jumped. There was an angel in the corner of the room. "You're going to have a baby," said the angel. "Name him Jesus. He will be the Son of God, the new king the Jews have been waiting for." Mary was amazed. How could she have a baby? She wasn't married yet. But sure enough, as the months passed, she grew big with a baby. Joseph took care of her, even though he wasn't the baby's real father. God was. Then came more surprising news. The Roman emperor wants everyone to go to their hometown to be counted, Joseph told her. "We have to go to Bethlehem." "But it's almost time for the baby to be born," said Mary. "The donkey will carry you," said Joseph. The journey to Bethlehem was long and bumpy. By the time they got there, Mary was exhausted. She was looking forward to a comfortable bed and some food, but all the inns were full. There was nowhere to stay. At last an innkeeper took pity on them. "I have a stable," he said. "It could do with a clean, but it's warm and dry." Mary was glad to sit down on a pile of straw. The baby came quickly after that, with a loud cry as it gulped in air. "It's a boy," said Mary, just as the angel told us. "His name is Jesus." She wrapped Jesus tenderly in strips of cloth. She shooed the donkey away from the manger and laid the baby in it. Out in the fields, a group of shepherds huddled around their fire. One was dozing. Another two were talking quietly. Suddenly the sky seemed to explode with light. The shepherds screamed and hid their faces. There was an angel speaking to them. "Don't be scared," said the angel. "I have good news which will bring joy to all people everywhere. The king that God promised has been born at last in Bethlehem. He's lying in a manger, wrapped in strips of cloth." The sky grew even brighter as thousands more angels appeared, singing for joy. All at once they were gone. Only the stars glimmered silently in the darkness. One of the shepherds jumped up. "What are we waiting for? Let's go to Bethlehem and see this baby." They each scooped up a lamb and raced off to the village. They hammered on doors, they called out in the streets, and at last, in a scruffy stable, they found Mary and Joseph gazing down at their baby, Jesus. "What we saw was amazing," gabbled the shepherds. "The angel said—" They told Mary what had happened, the words tumbling off their tongues. And Jesus slept on, smiling in his sleep, as the echo of the angel's song still whispered on the air. A while later, at the palace in Jerusalem, a messenger came to King Herod. The king scowled. "I don't want any more visitors." "But they are wise men from the east. They are looking for a new baby king." "There is no baby here," snarled Herod, "but I suppose I must deal with them. You had better show them in." The wise men looked tired and dusty, as though they had come a long way, but there was a look of excitement in their eyes. "We have studied the stars for many years," they said. "A new bright star has appeared. It means that the king the Jews have been waiting for has been born at last. Where is he? We want to worship him." Herod was worried. He didn't want a new king taking his throne. "Go and look for him, then come and tell me where to find him," said Herod. He frowned. "I'd like to worship him too." So the wise men continued on their journey. The star seemed to move across the sky, leading them onward. At last it stopped over Bethlehem. The kings halted their camels. "That's the place," they said. Sure enough, they went into the town and found Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. They knelt down and unwrapped the gifts they had brought. Strange things to give to a baby. "I've brought gold," said one of the wise men, "because he is a king." "I've brought frankincense," said another, opening a pot. "It burns with a scent that reminds us of God." "And I've brought myrrh," said a third. "It's used to prepare bodies after death. There will be sadness and suffering in Jesus' life." "What about King Herod?" the wise men said to each other. "Shouldn't we go and tell him the baby is here?" "No," one of the wise men spoke up. "I had a dream last night, and it warned me not to go back to Herod." So the wise men climbed onto their camels and went back to their own country a different way. After they had gone, Joseph had a dream too. It was a very bad dream, in which an angel warned him that Herod was coming to harm Jesus. Joseph got up, even though it was the middle of the night, and woke Mary. "We must leave at once," he said, and the family fled through the darkness to Egypt, where Jesus would be safe.